Hey everyone, A24 and Alex Garland have teamed up for his newest film, Civil War, a story that showcases the power of science fiction. This film, it's a tough one, and it's a tough one to review for a variety of reasons. And I hope you like this video or at least find it interesting. If you do, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more. Thank you so much. Civil War is a politically agnostic film bearing witness to the events of a fictional civil war in the United States by telling the story through the eyes of the journalists who haven't picked a side in the conflict. However, I think any viewer who saw images of the assault on the US Capitol on January 6th will experience a moment of recognition during the film and wonder, what if the assault had worked that day? Again, while neither the film nor the main characters take sides, I think it's obvious that the real life insurrection was likely the story seed for Alex Garland's movie. You can easily imagine him focusing his storyteller's lens on January 6th and then shifting the focus 1 or 2 degrees to see an alternate history play out and what a modern civil war might look like. This ability to seamlessly shift focus to observe and examine alternate realities is a vehicle for understanding our world by asking the age-old question, what if? And it's a traditional storytelling device that has been used by the greatest science fiction writers of our time, Isaac Asimov, Ursula K. Le Guin, Ray Bradbury, Octavia Butler, and so many more. Alex Garland has clearly joined these science fiction icons through his own exploration of humanity with his films Annihilation, Ex Machina, 28 Days Later, and now Civil War. Garland's Civil War tells the story of a divisive American president who has somehow acquired a third term in office, plunging the country into civil war, driving the Western states led by Texas and California into forming a separatist government. The film starts with the president announcing the successful military strike on the Western forces, and war, like nothing we've seen before, sweeps across the country. A group of war journalists played by Kirsten Dunst, Wagner Moura, Stephen McKinley Henderson, and Kaylee Spaney band together as they drive through the front lines toward Washington, D.C., intent on securing an interview with the president. It's a cautionary tale of what they saw, what they experienced, and what they sacrificed along the way. There is something so stark and real feeling about this film that is portrayed in the use of occasional black and white photos that kind of freeze frame moments in time, like the images of war refugees, ordinary citizens in firefights, and mass graves sprinkled with lime. However, what sets this film apart is not the story, because frankly, we've seen these kinds of war films 1,000 times now. Instead, it's the combination of acting and the cinematography that perfectly juxtaposes the safety of the world we know today against an alternate world depicting the United States as a worn, torn nation. The cast and the acting were exceptional. Kirsten Dunst's performance is absolutely Oscar-worthy in her role as photojournalist Lee Miller. The pained look on her face, the sadness in her eyes, and the weariness of her movements. It's in these small on-screen moments that she grounds us in the film, carrying us through the scenes that are as poignant as they are shocking. Wagner Moura plays Joel, Lee's colleague and Reuters reporter, who is out for the story of his life. Joel loves his job and feeds off the energy of the conflict. You really do get a sense of what it takes to go unarmed into an active battle to tell the story of war. Stephen McKinley Henderson plays Sammy, a journalist who was as much a mentor as a friend to Lee. And he's kind of the old guy in the group that has seen it all. He's been there, he's done that. And in many ways, he and Lee are different sides of the same coin. And you can see the love that they have for each other on the job. Finally, Kaylee Spaney plays wannabe photojournalist Jessie, who wheedles her way into the trip to learn from Lee. Of all the characters, I would say that Civil War is her origin story. This road trip and the things she learns and the experiences, they are what transforms her character, and we see that progression on screen. What makes this film work are the actors and the action. It's a strong story, and the camera work, it's striking. The cinematography, it feels raw and organic. And the sound of the film, it just heightens all of those experiences. However, there is an absurdness to the storyline that makes you feel like this kind of civil war would never happen, which in most cases would make it hard to stay inside the film. But then you see Kirsten Dunst on screen, and she is so authentic in her role that the story's choices and movements feel utterly natural. But the greatest achievement in the film is the inclusion of those small moments. Like when Joel holds on to Jessie's press vest, teaching her how to navigate safely through live firefights, or Jessie convincing Lee to try on this beautiful green party dress. It's in these moments of humans being human that just resonate so deeply within the film. The biggest problem that Civil War is going to have is going to be a perception problem with the politics. So, despite the fact that the film is politically agnostic, because Alex Garland really did try to, you can tell he really did try to not frame it in one direction or the other. He just showed you the story. And he also does a superb job of fitting in a really wide array of people with different experiences and different beliefs to kind of ground that methodology. And while none of the main characters make moral judgments about the things they are witnessing or experiencing, it's impossible for an audience member not to tie moments or actions or dialogues to something that they have personally experienced. And that's where the politics will come into play. So, if you do go see Alex Garland's Civil War, and it's okay if you don't, just remember that this is what great art is supposed to do. It's supposed to challenge you. It's supposed to make you think. It's supposed to make you feel something deep inside in that safe space of your imagination so that you can also imagine other possibilities or other experiences that you or others might be feeling. So the very thing that will likely hurt the film overall in the theaters is also the thing that I think makes it work as a piece of cinematic art. Civil War, it's a tough movie to watch. It's not the kind of film you will walk out of the theater thinking, wow, that was a great film, despite the fact that it is a great work of cinematic art. So, yeah, you should go see it and see it on your own terms, in your own time, with your own expectations in mind. And it will make you think about what kind of American you are and what kind of America you want, as well as what you're willing to sacrifice to force your version of America to become everyone's version of America. And by doing so, utterly destroying any chance of ever really attaining that ideal. This is a fantastic cautionary tale. It's a powerhouse of a film, and whether or not you enjoy it, you will be affected by it because the film itself doesn't take a stance on who's right and who's wrong. It's just there to report the facts. What's happening? Who is doing what? And what's happening to who? Because of that, it's an easy film to recommend. So, Civil War. Have you seen it? Are you thinking of seeing it? And will it hold up as well as Garland's past films? I'd love to know your thoughts before and after the movie. So be sure to add a comment below. I definitely want to hear you. That's it for now. Thanks so much for watching, and remember to give the video a thumbs up if you like it and subscribe for more videos. Thank you so much, guys. So stick around. I love having you guys here. And for now, happy viewing, and I will see you all again soon. Thanks. Bye.